So this is the first video for my YouTube channel where I'm at now. Basically what I intend for this channel to be is kind of like to catalog where I'm at physically, mentally, and emotionally now that I've moved back to Philadelphia. So about a year ago, I left my hometown of Philly and moved to Delaware to take on a job, but also to kind of heal and restore myself from certain things. There's a lot of things that were happening to me while I was in Philly, mentally, emotionally, physically taxing, and I think that I just needed to get away and kind of restore some of those things before I was ready to be here again. So at the beginning of the year, my job, basically what I did as a job is I was doing a year of service. I did AmeriCorps, and I was working as an educator at a charter school out in Wilmington, Delaware. And at the beginning of before school started, we went to this, all of the people who were, serving that year, went to this conference with other people who were serving at other schools. And one of the things that we did at that conference, that we were challenged to write letters to ourselves. And basically what this letter was supposed to be is to serve as like a boost of confidence and in a way to remember why we are doing what we're doing. So it was intended that during those hard times during our year when we were giving up and we were frustrated and the kids were driving us crazy, that we would go to this letter and we would go back over like why we chose to do this year of service and what are the things that are going to push us to complete it and to serve to our fullest extent. So basically what I'm going to do in this video is read my letter, because it has a lot to do with why I left and what I plan to do now that I came back, because I think that my reasons for why I served were a bit different from the other people in my cohort or the other tutors that were at the other schools. I would assume that a lot of their reasons were more selfless and more focused on the communities that they were serving. And my reasons were more so of rehabilitating myself. So this letter is dated August 12th, 2016. And today is August 30th, 2017. Dear Jasmine, today you are on your way to happy. You are at the beginning. You are still hurt by the things and people you left in Philadelphia, but you are trying to find new ways to grow, heal, and still remain who you are. When you leave Delaware, you will return to Philly with the tools necessary to serve the community you love, your home, and also be able to serve yourself. When times are rough, remember you have survived worse with less resources. You can make it through anything because surviving is what you and your people do best. Be open. Remember you are here to learn just as much as to teach. Be tenacious. Be relentless. Be the tutor who is offered a second year even if that isn't in your path. I didn't do that at all. It is unacceptable for you to return to Philadelphia as the same Jasmine who is writing this letter. I love you infinitely, and I always will. Jasmine L. Combs. My favorite part of this letter is, it is unacceptable for you to return to Philly as the same Jasmine who's writing this letter. And I think that a year ago me from a year ago, will be really proud of me, the me that's sitting here today. Right before I left for Delaware, I just graduated college, and I wasn't able to find a job in my field, or the field that I wanted to go into. My work-study job was ending. The work-study job that I was using to pay my rent was ending. My lease was ending, and I had no money to move to another place. And I also, I talk about this a little bit on my blog, but I didn't have like a home to go back to. So once my lease ended, I was kind of like in this homeless state, in this jobless state, there was a lot of also sadness in my personal life that was going on. So I was also in this very sad, low state. And the job that I took offered free housing. It was offering enough money that I could, without having to pay rent and having certain bills anymore, I would be able to save up enough money to afford a place after my year was up. So those are kind of those like selfish reasons why I took this job. The job that I wanted to go into was like the editing and publishing field, and I realized that while I was post-grad, while I was applying for those jobs, I realized that I didn't really have that great of a writing portfolio. So one of the things I wanted to do while I was out there working that job was spend my personal time building my writing portfolio, which is why I started my blog where I'm at now. And I also started an interview series, and I was doing different writing projects so that I can boost my writing portfolio, so when I was applying to the editing jobs, I would have something to show that proved I was good at what I do, basically. It was also a time for me to get away from a lot of the social things that were going on with me here in Philly. I just kind of ran away and just focused on trying to figure out different ways to heal from those things and what I was going to do for those things, so that when I came back, they wouldn't be a burden. So that's kind of like some of my reasons for why I left. And now that I'm back, I think that the work's never done, but I think I accomplished what I set out. I think that I'm in the space where I can be here again, and I can continue to grow. I was able to save up money to get a place, which I'm in now, a beautiful home that I live in with my best friend. I have a job, a good paying, steady job. It's not in the field that I want it to be in, but it's paying the bills, and it's good work. It's work that I believe in. So there's still room for me to grow in that and trying to figure out what I actually want to do and how I can make those things work. So that's places that I'm still growing in. There's still places that I'm healing in socially and emotionally being back here. But I'm doing pretty good, and I'm excited to see what's next and how much more I can grow. And I'm also excited to hopefully take some of you along with me on that journey. So that's this video. I have a few more ideas and a few more things that I'm going to be coming out with, but if you like this, if you're interested to see where it goes, if it is touching nerves with you, if you're in similar spots, like maybe we can build. But yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one, I guess. Deuces.